What's up, you guys? My name is Aubrey, this is my channel, and welcome back to the channel. Today is another Top 10 Tuesday, and today I'm going to be breaking down my top highest performing videos, and I'm going to be revealing how much these made. And I'm going to forewarn you, I think that you guys will find this video very interesting. So let's get started. Now, before we dig into this week's top 10, I have to issue a formal and serious apology. Because last Tuesday I made a top 10, and at the beginning of that video I made this statement. Now, if you guys don't know what Top 10 Tuesday is, don't worry, let me explain. Top 10 Tuesday is a day that I made up. Top 10 Tuesday is a day that I made up. And shortly after I published that video, I got this text message from my dad. And so I must admit, I stole the idea from my dad. My dad didn't invent the idea of top 10s, but he did give me the idea to do top 10 lists on Tuesday and call it Top 10 Tuesday, and I took credit for the idea. So Dad, I know that you're watching this video. I sincerely apologize for stealing your credit. So here's your official credits. I'm giving it to you. You created this concept for this channel, and every single Tuesday we will take a moment to appreciate you for your contributions to this YouTube channel. Now, with that being said, you guys, let's dive into this week's top 10. Now, funny enough, this idea for this specific top 10 list was another one that came from my dad, so I have to give credit where credit is due. But I thought that this would be a very interesting topic to cover because of the fact that YouTube earnings and how much YouTubers make is something that you guys have always found interesting on this channel. Whenever I make videos on this topic, those videos tend to do pretty well. And so I thought that this was something that you guys would find interesting because I've talked about how much I make as a YouTuber. I've talked about my monthly or yearly earnings, but I've never talked about my earnings from the perspective of my top 10 best performing videos. So the way that I'm going to be organizing this is we're going to be organizing this video by top 10 performing videos by views only. So only taking into account the views. We will analyze all of the analytics associated with that video, but we're ranking them based on the views. And then we're going to start from 10, which is the 10th lowest performer on the list, all the way to 1, which will be the highest viewed video on my channel. And so with that, let's dig to number 10 on this list, which was a video that I published back in March titled How to Apply for the PPP as a Gig Worker. New formula equals more money. So you can see here that this video was published on March 15th, 2021. It has 63,500 views. It has 6,100 hours of watch time, and I gained 935 subscribers from this video. Now, if we look here, you can see that the video gained steam for the first 39 days. It just kind of continued to grow. And then it's leveled out a bit since then, which is understandable, especially considering the fact that the PPP is now over. And with this, I made $4,502.71. Number 9 on this list is one that I published in January of 2020. And this video is titled, Are You a Gig Worker? Here's How You Can Apply for the PPP. Step-by-step guide. Now, this is a video that I made talking about how to apply for the PPP before the new formula was implemented. So in March of 2021, the PPP changed its formula. As a result, there was a new way for gig workers to apply. So that last video I mentioned was the updated video. This is one of the more original videos that I did on this topic before the rules changed. Now, the total amount of views that this video has accumulated since January is 69,700 views. It has a watch time of 7,500 hours, and over the course of the last 5 months or so, it has gained 1,400 subscribers. Now, analytically, this video has done better than the previous video. It has more watch time, it has more views, it has more subscribers that have been gained from this video, but it actually did not earn as much as number 10 on this list. This video actually earned $2,567.35. Now, to be honest, I don't exactly know why this is the case because of the fact that this video had a higher average view duration. The average viewer viewed this video for 6 minutes and 27 seconds, which was 37% of the video. Now, the percentage is smaller than the previous video, but the actual amount of time is longer. So the fact that this video made less than the previous one is something that I don't really know the answer to. I think it could be the time of the year. It could just be a fluke with the algorithm. Who really knows? But the fact is, this video, despite having more views than the previous one, made significantly less, making a total amount of $2,567.35. Now, you guys may continue to notice a trend with this list, and the next video, number 8 on this list, is another PPP video. Now, this is a PPP step-by-step guide video that I made for PPP applicants that do have employees. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the PPP program or COVID relief, you know that the process was quite a bit different depending on what type of business you owned. And because of this, it made it so that I had to make a lot of videos about very similar subjects to accommodate the different people watching my videos. So this is another one of those style videos, and this video is titled How to Fill Out the PPP Application as a First-Time Borrower. And this video was also published in January of 2021. Now, this video gained 71,900 views. It had 6,900 watch hours, which means 6,900 hours were spent watching my video cumulatively, and this video gained 830 subscribers over the course of its lifetime, which is actually quite low, especially compared to the previous two that we mentioned. With these statistics in mind, over the last 5 months, this video has made $4,494.34. So it is closer to number 10 from a revenue standpoint, but if we look at the revenue to view ratio, it is still not as high as performing as number 10 on this list. It got more views, but it only made about the same. It did not make significantly more despite the higher view count. Number 7 on this list is a video that will always hold close to my heart because it was my very first video to hit the YouTube algorithm and to go semi-viral, at least viral in comparison to the size of my channel. And this was a video that was posted on May 20th, 2020, which funny enough is actually my fiance's birthday. And the title of this video is I spoke to 15 different SBA representatives about the EIDL grant. Here's what it means for you. And then the amount of views that this video has gotten over the last year is 75,300 views. Now, if we look at the chart for this video, you can see that this video took off in the first 15 days. It got 45,000 views in the first 18 days, which still to this day is a really good performing video for me. I don't get 45,000 views on a video very often. And if I do, it normally takes an extended period of time. So to think about the fact that this video did this well back last year when I only had a few hundred subscribers is pretty crazy to think about. But you can see that it really took off in the first month and a half, and then it really just flatlined from there. I mean, between July 14th, 2020 to current day, this video has done basically nothing. It's done about 2,000 views in the last year. And so this was definitely a video that did not get as monetized as my previous videos because whenever this video was published, I actually wasn't even monetized yet. I didn't have the ability to make money from my videos. So despite the fact that this video got 75,000 views, it had 5,400 hours of watch time, and it gained me 1,200 subscribers, it only made $462.63 in the lifetime of its existence, which is just about over a year. Number 6 on this list is getting very, very close to 6-figure territory, at least views-wise, but we aren't quite there yet. And this video has gained just about 90,000 views in its lifetime. And this video is titled EIDL Fraud Investigation, Should You Be Worried? And this video was published in July of 2020. And over the last roughly 11 months, this video has gained 90,000 views. Now, once again, you can see that this video really took off in its first 2 weeks. In the first 2 weeks of this video, it had 63,000 views. And since then, it's just been slow and steady. It's gained, I think, 30,000 over the last year or so, which isn't bad. But overall, it made 90,000 views. It had 6,700 hours of watch time. It gained me 988 subscribers. And over the last roughly 11 months or so, it has made $1,275.96. All right, so far we have addressed numbers 6 through 10 on this list, and cumulatively, the back half of this list, numbers 6 through 10, have gathered in total 371,000 views. And with these 371,000 views, these videos have made cumulatively $13,302.99. Now, that's a lot of money. I mean, $13,000 is a lot of money, but It doesn't even hold a candle to the front half of this list. And with that, let's dig into number 5 on this list, which is my video, You Could Be Getting the Full $10,000 Idol Grant. Here's what you need to know. Now, this is another one of those videos that absolutely skyrocketed within the first week. In fact, within the first week, this video had over 85,000 views, and since then, it has gathered just 10,000. So this video really exploded in that first week period of time. And this video was published July 24th, 2020, so just about 11 months ago. Now, this video in total gained 94,600 views. And if we look at my chart here, you can see that this video absolutely exploded within the first week. Like, you can see that on day 6, it had 82,203 views. And ever since then, it's just kind of been coasting over the last year. Now, this video also had 3,900 hours of watch time. It gained me 1,300 subscribers, and it actually made way less money than you would think. This video actually did not make a ton of money, and even though it had 94,000 views over the last year, it only made $1,525.50, which brings us to one of the lower earning videos on this channel, even though it's one of my highest viewed videos on the channel. We are now in our top 4, and with this brings us finally breaking into the 6-figure view count territory. So in my channel, I have published hundreds of videos, over 400 at this point, and yet I only have 4 videos that have ever hit over 100,000 views, and these are the 4 that we're about to talk about. Now, this is where things I think get really interesting, because you're gonna see a very inconsistent relationship between views and the amount of money that I make from my videos, and I think that it's something that is extremely fascinating, and I think that you guys will find it interesting as well. So with that, let's go into number 4 on this list, which is a video that I published in December of 2020, and it's titled, The Idol $10,000 Cash Advance is Back, Everything You Need to Know. And this video had 114,724 views. Now, similarly to a lot of the other videos that we've looked at on this list, you can see that this video really took off in its first few weeks. It had 96,000 views within the first 16 days, and then it just really died off from there. And over the last 6 months, it hasn't done a whole lot. But this video had 9,700 hours of watch time. It gained me 5,000 subscribers, which is a ton of subscribers for this size of a video, and it made $3,391.24. Next is number 3 on this list. This is another 6-figure view counted video, and this is actually the only one on this list that is not a stimulus related video. This is the only one on this list that is something outside of my typical stimulus or side hustle content. And this is a video that I published in October of 2020, and it is titled, Why Are So Many People Leaving California? A Texan's Perspective. And this video had 125,000 views. It gained 12,100 hours of watch time, which is quite high, and it gained 1,000 subscribers. And you can see here as well that it made $1,402.69. Now, I'm sure you guys have noticed the trend thus far in the list, and that is the fact that views are actually not directly correlated to how much money you make on YouTube. There are so many different factors to dictate how much money you can make on the YouTube platform. A lot of it has to do with views, but there's a lot of it that has nothing to do with views. In fact, it has nothing to do with anything that you have control over. Things like the time of year, things like what you're making your content on versus what your audience actually wants to see. Also, your niche, as well as the length of the video, are all things that can drastically affect how much money you make on a video. And sometimes there's just kind of random events where you'll start making more money and there's really no real reason as to why. You'll just see an increase in the amount of money you make per video and there's no explanation. And alternatively, there's other videos that perform really great on paper and yet they still don't make you a lot of money. And this one here is a perfect example of that. 125,000 views, and yet it only made $1,400. Interestingly enough, I make over $1,000 on a video often enough. It's not something that happens regularly, like not every day, but it definitely happens on a weekly basis. And yet, I only have 4 videos on my entire channel that have over 100,000 views. And this one, funny enough, only made $1,400. I think it is super interesting. It's something that I could talk about forever, but for the sake of you guys and keeping this video interesting, let's move on to number 2 on the list. Number 2 on this list is a video that I published in July of 2020, and it is another PPP video. And this one is titled, "The PPP was extended, how to apply." Now this video did 136,000 views. It gained 10,800 hours of watch time. It gained me 2,200 subscribers. And if we look here based off of the chart, this is actually one of the only videos of mine that saw a peak in 2 very different places. So you can see here that the video was published and then it peaked in like August, so 30 days after it was published, with 60,000 views. Then it flatlined for a very, very long time, just kind of slowly getting views here and there. And then once again, around like March, it started having a dramatic increase for a second time. And you can see here that in March, it gained about 40,000 views within about a 60-day period of time as well. This video was 13 minutes long. The average view duration was 4 minutes and 44 seconds, and this video made $5,229.33. And lastly, we are at my most popular video, number 1 on this list, and this is the video that has been viewed the most times on my channel by far. There is like no even close competition to this video. It is my very first video that hit 6 figures. It's my very first video that I made a lot of money on. It's my very first video that gained me a ton of subscribers. I would say that this, hit the YouTube algorithm by every definition of the word. And that was a video that was published on June 24th, about a month after I was monetized. And it was titled, "Idle Grant Deposited in 3 Days, How to Apply for a Free $10,000 Grant." Now this video over the last, 11 months, it has had 812,000 views. It is the closest viewed video that I have to 1 million views. I still have not hit the elusive 1 million views, but I am hoping for it sometime this year, but we will see. It has gained 67,000 watch hours. This video alone gained me 19,500 subscribers, and this video just by itself made $20,082.20. Now in total, these 10 videos were viewed about 1.5 million times. And in total, these videos made $44,933.75. I again think that this topic is so incredibly fascinating. I've said it so many times on this channel before, and I will probably say it 1 million times in the future as well. I remember before I started my YouTube channel, the topic of YouTube analytics and YouTube monetization and how much YouTubers can make. This is something that I always found so incredibly fascinating. And at the time, there wasn't that many YouTubers that talked about this openly and freely without a filter. And I always told myself that if I became a YouTuber and if I ever made money from YouTube, I would always be extremely transparent about how my videos did and how much money I was making from these videos. And even though the topic of YouTube analytics and how much YouTubers make, people are much more open with this now than they were a few years ago, I still feel like it's something that's important to share with you guys because I vowed to be transparent with all my income streams, and YouTube is certainly one of these. But I think it is incredibly fascinating to look at these 10 videos, see how much they made, and also compare it to some of the bigger creators on this channel. It really adds perspective to see how these big creators averaging millions of views per video are able to afford the things they buy, because depending on how many views you have, depending on the analytics of your videos, you can make a lot of money even from just a single video with less than 1 million views. But with that being said, you guys, I hope that you found this video entertaining, interesting, and informative. I have started a second channel with my fiance HP. That channel is titled Aubrey and HP, and we're actually dropping our very first video today. If you could head on over and check out that channel and watch that video and subscribe if you are so inclined to do so, I would greatly appreciate it. This is more of a vlog style channel. It's something that I have never done before, and I am very, very excited about it. So bear with me as I get used to filming vlogs. It is very different than filming videos from the comfort of my own home and from the comfort of my own YouTube studio, but I am very excited for this new chapter of my YouTube career. So if you could go check it out, I would be eternally grateful. We are doing a giveaway once we hit 1,000 subscribers. But like always, you guys, if you have any questions, comments, if you have anything to add, make sure to leave a comment down below. And while you guys are at it, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video.